Today's gonna be a very, very long day. We have some new wheels for Calvin's car, which are in those boxes right there, but we've been keeping that a secret from you guys. Those require a 5 lug pattern, but Calvin's 240 right now is still on the 4 lug pattern, and a very, very popular model on these cars is using a 5 lug conversion. We took the rear subframe of a 240 from JDM in California because everything on that car is 5 lug conversion, and it has the preferable diff from the SR20. We've laid out every piece that we're gonna be using to swap everything over. Rather than putting in the swap subframe, we're gonna keep the current subframe, but literally move every suspension component over, as well as our axles and a new diff. This is gonna be a very, very long day, so me and Calvin are gonna be grinding as fast as we can. I've already laid out everything that we're gonna be moving over, and right now, Calvin and I are just trying to take apart every arm on this car and learning it for the first time. We have one more bolt on the lower control arm, and everything should come out on the side. I saved you guys the hassle of seeing us get through a bunch of mini bolts, but we have the last bolt now to the big piece. Walk it over to this. That was only like 30 or 45 minutes to get the whole thing out. So now, before we put the left and rear side back in, we need to take this diff out, Cal.
Uh-oh.
What?
We only have so much time, Tej.
Brake fluid is ticking.
The brake fluid is ticking.
This thing didn't really work that well. But that's an interesting tool. All right, so Cal, we gotta get this diff out, which I am not looking forward to doing.
It's for both of it.
Well, we gotta do drive shaft, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, these top ones as well, I think.
Yeah, maybe, actually. Shit.
Nice, bro.
Did Mickey fart on this or something?
Dude, it's got a little bit of Mickey speck left on there, Cal. That was easy. Let's throw this other one in while we're here. So unfortunately, we just ran into a hiccup. Long story short is this rear subframe doesn't line up with all of our new parts that we're putting on. These parts are just a little bit too large to fit into these slotted placements for the subframe. So rather than reusing this one, we're gonna use the other subframe that we got off of that clip, which is from an S14, I believe. This is gonna make the job a lot longer because we still have to get all of these bushings out, and if any of you have ever done bushing work, you know how much of a pain it is. So we're gonna do a mixture of lighting them on fire and using the Sawzall to try and cut everything out. It's like Fortnite, Calv, around the campfire, warming up. I poured some nitro fuel that I have from one of my Nitro RC cars over this bushing because we didn't have any gas. This is a really good way to like burn out bushings and stuff, because when you burn them out, it dries them out and they kind of just get crusty and flake away, and it just helps deteriorate a lot of the bushing. And this is a really good common trick. You just gotta be very careful not to set everything on fire. We have a fire extinguisher right there, so if anything were to happen, we'd be able to handle it. Like before, nice meme.
We do this in your honor! We just came from Hawaii. Give us good luck. Oh!
Yeah.
Good job, Tej.
That's awesome.
Caveman Tej.
I love that. So we're gonna let that cook a little bit, burn out a little bit, and then we will
that one is doing really good over there. Don't try this at home.
An actual hour later, those bushings came out. They're like in 3 pieces. These are finally out. Tip trick of the day, if your bushings don't go in, if you put them in the freezer for like 20 minutes or so, they end up just literally sliding into your hole like that. I wouldn't say it fits like a glove, but I think it fits like a mitten. It's a little off, but not terribly. I think if we just keep applying pressure with...
TJ and I have been wrestling with this subframe for the longest time now. It doesn't fit. We suspect that it's an S14 subframe and this is an S13. It's just slightly off.
That's our guess. So Calvin rejogged my memory a little bit. When we got this, we didn't know what exact subframe it came from, but we know that it was on an S13. We know that it once was on a car, but we don't know where it came from. So actually we're finding that this lines up, but it's just a little bit off. We greased up all 4 pins and we got it as far as we could by hand and by a little bit of force, and now we're walking it in with the bolts evenly all the way around. It will fit, but it's definitely being a little bit forced.
make sure that this goes like that, and we stick the thing through like that.
This diff is significantly heavier than this diff. And this one's also welded, by the way, so huge upgrade points. Diff and subframe swap success. You're leaving me hanging. Leaving me hanging. Now we just gotta put everything back. Hubs and all of the suspension pieces associated. That's pretty awesome though. That's dope.
This doesn't fit. We're gonna be sad.
She fits. She fits. Damn.
It's nice.
Your car is a slut. It's full of a bunch of pieces.
She is
a bunch of random pieces, but seeing it work is...
I like her.
Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put in this axle, which is connected to the hub. Good. I have it, so if you...
Camera woman with the shots though.
Camera woman, Sabarnacle.
Really getting these angles over here.
Alright, now get that diff or shit, you were messing with it.
Oh, this is the thumbnail right here. This is the thumbnail.
Okay.
This is the thumbnail. That was the thumbnail right there.
Can you get it? Okay, give it here. We'll kiss each other, Sabrina.
It literally looked like you guys were about to.
All right, right side is completely finished. This was all super rusty, so we're gonna have to probably replace all this stuff eventually, but everything is here. We had to reuse this top arm because the one that it came with did not bend around the strut, so we were actually able to reuse the original S13 camber arm, which was dope. But right now there's like mad camber on the car, so probably gonna play an issue down the line. But for now, we're gonna move on to the other side and get going at it. I think once we get to about this progress on the other side, we'll probably call it a night because we've been going at this for like 7 hours now, but super happy with the progress. I've literally done the worst job this whole entire video documenting like the nitty-gritty details of stuff, but we're done. I didn't pick up the camera. I was like, nah, I'm getting this thing done. Calvin and I are tired. We're the only ones left in the shop. Sabrina is being a real trooper tonight, staying late. Proud of you, girl. But we have finished the 5 lug rear swap on the rear. Tomorrow we're probably gonna tackle the fronts, and then once we have those fronts on, which should literally take like an hour or so, then we can put the new wheels on and we have tires for it, and you guys will get the reveal. So those boxes have been sitting in our shop for so long that those have been set aside for this car.
What color are you?
We got Z32 brakes, we got upgraded brakes in the rear. Everything's packed up, locked and loaded for tomorrow. My little buddy's here to assist me. I know today's video was a little bit short, but it was productive, so I think it makes up for it on that end. Tomorrow we're gonna finish up that car, and we'll be well on our way. Hey boys, don't forget, this Sunday I'll be in Chicago, so if you're anywhere around that area, I expect to see you at Tuner Evo. Check out the description for more information down below. Do not miss it. I'm excited to see you guys. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. Peace out, and keep moving forward.
And I'm feeling